Let's do it. Let's pull the cover back. Hello, welcome back to the Shmuseum. You know what today is? It's time to reveal the car that's under the cover.
That's just my bathroom.
No, the other car. The one under the grey cover. The one that you have been teasing.
Okay, yeah, we need to reveal exactly what that is because we've had some good guesses, although I don't think anyone has been right.
Everyone is going to be surprised. Now, you've just been effectively rearranging everything because while I was away, I was thinking more about the cars that are soon arriving, what's going to happen, what's going to go where. So you guys have been shuffling around everything. And I have to say, when you walk in here at the Shmuseum and you're greeted by this whole wall of cars and colour, it's so epic.
It looks pretty cool, right?
It's really cool. The Benpack Auto Stackers, some are up and down and things. Like, I've basically decided what's going where. GT Black Series is here, the SLS will go underneath, the C will go up top. We've got the two Fords together, we might push the GT500 back. The Clio should be above the Clio V6, which is going to be our first errand of the day because that's over at Godleman's. We need to go and pick it up, bring it back, so we're going to head out there. We've then got your car up top, the Abarth 124, and everyone was like, it's on bags. We haven't really shown
No,
much
everyone
of
was
that.
confused with why it was so low.
We'll get, maybe another time we'll go through that in detail. Above the TBR, which has the dub TBR, which has the wheels turned because then you can get the battery and stuff complicated. And then we have this. We have the car that's under here.
Don't show it yet.
No, not showing, just having a look myself. And then the final Elise goes underneath. We're gonna get to that because it's not gonna be what anybody thinks it is, like literally.
No.
Nobody will be guessing what that car is, what's sitting above the orange Elise on the stacker at the end, stacker 1. You were explaining that, weren't you?
Yes, 1 to 7, not
Confusing,
1 to 7.
just because of how the electrics are wired up behind. So other updates, progress here, first fit electricals. We'll have a full overview of that in just a moment for the mezzanine build. I have something for you guys, which we'll get to very shortly as well. And a few other things to unpack, to unbox, to show, to reveal, to go through. But first, because I know time is quickly marching on, we need to hop in the MSRT Transit.
Transit, we haven't used it properly, or Tom's been using it pretty much every day, but we haven't used it in a video in a little while, so we're going to take that to Godleman's and bring back the Clio V6.
So that's outside, let's go. One of the things with having been on Gumball is the amount of stuff that I have here in these bags.
Is this Middle East Rally goodies?
Yeah, like stuffed with stuff. That sounds weird. Anyway, another thing while I'm thinking about it, and I'm standing next to all of my Lego cabinets, Lego Eiffel Tower, inbound soon. I've ordered one, it's coming.
They're pretty big, right?
It's like 1.5 meters tall.
Where's that going?
I haven't decided that yet. It's probably like this big, and I didn't think that through. We'll work it out later. Normally I just get all the Lego cars, but I'm like, the Eiffel Tower's cool, right?
Yeah, it's iconic.
It's going to start a dangerous habit. I want to show you what's in here as well, but we'll probably save that until we get back. And some other things around. So, step 1, transit. That's what we're doing. This is the first time I've ever driven this thing.
You get to be a van man for once.
I'm going to be a van man for once. And typically you get in a van and there's just empty drink cans and stuff lying around. Van life.
You have been saying transit wrong, just to clarify.
Transit.
That's better.
Yeah, good, we got it. Hop in, Brad.
It's still a bit too posh. We need a bit more aggression with it.
Jump in, let's go. First time driving.
When was the last time you drove a van?
Not recently. Yes, but not recently. This is where I press and hold cancel. And we're in our V8 van. Oh yeah, there we go. I mean, I like V8s. We've got a few of them in the garage, right? GT8, Vantage, LT, Senna, all the Mercs.
Yeah.
It's a V8 thing.
We've got a tunnel run as well. Wow, aggressive. Tom, you're being very quiet back there. Are you embarrassed? I'm going to say that's a yes, I think.
No, it's good. I tell you what, driving this, you've got a nice high seating position. You can see everything around you. It actually doesn't feel as wide as I thought it would be, given that we've got like a 3-seat thing going on up front.
I mean, after our recent outing in the Elise in final, trying to film in that was not easy. We're basically like properly squished up to each other. I've now got an extra seat in between us and I can sit nicely out the way.
Loads of room. We could put it into eco mode. We're in normal mode right now. I'm going to turn off the speaker. That's weird, isn't it?
It's very strange.
Sensation, yeah. And we're not too far from Godleman's. We have arrived. Clio is tucked in just there, but I don't think we've actually explained why the Clio's here. Turns out it's really low. really low. Like so low that to go over any bump means it's going to touch. So unfortunately it did, but we fixed that up straight away and now we're going to get it lifted so we don't have any more problems with that. Anyway, no, that one.
Lifted? We'll put a lift kit on?
No, just slightly less low maybe. This is all as it should be, and I'm quite looking forward to having this next to the GT500.
Yeah, true.
The two
sort of shades of yellowy, well, green on that, the greeny yellow on this.
In this light, it actually looks really quite green.
Yeah.
So this means we can have the start with the like fun zing that you get from it.
I'm gonna come around here, just to hear it. It will never get boring.
You ready?
Yeah, let's do it. Oh. Oh.
Tom's face is just like perfect.
It's a good noise.
Should we drive back to base?
Let's go.
Don't rev it. Don't rev it from cold. Get out. This is the first time I've seen the sound system in there.
Yeah, so we have new radio, and if I can just, 1 second, pop this.
What are you doing down there?
Just, don't worry.
Popping off a panel to show me speakers.
1 sec.
People can't see what
Keep
you're doing.
waiting, I know. I'm just struggling quite a lot, to be honest. It's a bit cold. Never mind. There's new speakers under there that you can't see. But if you watch the video, then you would have seen them.
Tell you what, it's cool being back in this thing. The way it revs up. I need to be dailying this. I need to just run it as a daily for a bit.
Although taking it in and out of London with potential traffic and, you know, manual gearbox.
I'm alright with that. It's worth it. Sounds like that. You know, national speed limit.
It just makes all the right noises and all the right sounds.
It does, it really does. I tell you what though, what I was just saying, if I am going to drive it into London all the time, we need to lift it.
Yes.
Not 100%. Lift it, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Less lower it. Whatever it is, we've got too much sunshine going on.
We can raise up the suspension a little bit, which would be ideal.
Blipping this down through the gears is genuinely perfection.
We need to drive this car more.
Oh, well, we will. We're not, I mean, there are a few more things to do, right? We're not, let's say, done, but we're pretty close to being in a very sweet spot with it.
Yeah.
Which is
even right now, I think we're in a sweet spot, but we've still got things that we can do.
And there are a couple of minor adjustments that we still need to make to do with alignments and this kind of stuff, but not far off where we want to get this. We return.
That was a fun drive.
Oh yeah. I love it. Let's go put it under the, what do we call it? The 1.2?
The OG, the original.
The OG.
This looks good. Clio, Ford.
Cool. And as you said, it's at my height. I can fit.
It is.
Turns out you got that one quite right, Brad.
Short people, problems. No problems.
I'm not that short. That's cool. We're getting some colour here. I like this. We just need to get that thing, final, cleaned so we can park it up as well.
Yeah, and then we'll have 4 in a row of cars up with...
Conveniently, the one that we need to reveal is not blocked at the moment by something else, which is going to make it easier. Something else before that, though, that I need to go and sort out. This is where I'd like to say thanks to the sponsor of today's video, Vincero Collective. Now, Vincero Collective are based out of San Diego, California. They make sunglasses, jewelry, and watches, and they have sent these 2 watches, which are going to be for you guys. So let me share a little bit of what we've got here. These are stylish, high-quality, lasting timepieces. They have many different styles with a 5-year guarantee, plus a 365-day free return policy as well. Check out what we've got right inside here. That is the first of the designs. That one is going to be for Tom over on this side. We also have the second choice that you can see right there. Plus, They currently have an exclusive 20% off using the code SHME150, 20% off plus free shipping worldwide across a whole host of different styles from Vincero Collective. Appreciate you guys supporting our sponsors. A big thanks to Vincero Collective. Do check them out. Information down below. Head over to the shop, see what you can pick up. Awesome watches, great price. And by the way, Vincero in Italian means I will win. You could be winning. Pick one of these up. Check them out now. Big thanks to Vincero Collective. Tom is very much on theme right now because it's about to be a mirror delivery.
It is.
And that's over there.
Yep.
But before we do the reveal, I appreciate we're kind of dragging this out, but we'll get to there, I promise. You were covering some of this build at the Mezzanine.
A little bit, yes. We had Derek, the electrician, pop back yesterday to do the first fix electricals, which means now Martin from Novus can come back and start building walls and stuff. Like, this is it, it's happening.
It's funny when you're standing here and you just see a bunch of cables, but that's a whole lot of time. This is all for the lighting, the switches, power sockets will be going in.
I mean, I don't know what's what Derek does, but there are wires, as you said, for the light switches, for plug sockets, for the lights themselves, for anything electrical we're going to need that all run roughly back to our fuse board over there.
Like, these are all going to be the spotlights over our Halo bay.
Yes.
This is awesome. Anyway, let's just recap that a little bit because then there's something I want to change upstairs.
Wiring is going very, very well, as you can possibly see from all of the cables dangling down, ready for lights to go up. We have been joined by Martin from Novus Workspace Solutions, who hasn't been insulting us that much today, so things are going well. Give it time, he says. So this is all going very well. All the wiring is coming down in place. This will be for the switches, for the lights, for all of the electrics that need to be in place. So very soon Martin can continue building some walls and we can start making this look a bit more like some offices and some stuff is going on here. Martin from Novus has now left for the day, but Derek is here cracking on. Loads of wiring coming down. Nice little roll there, all for various bits and pieces that are going to be required over the course of this build. So this is finally coming on. Lots of cables dangling down, as you can see, and we've got the lift beeping in the background over there because the guys from Liftmaster are just here to carry out a service on those, which of course means some cars off the lift and a bit of an interesting scatter going on here at the moment. It's all go. So yeah, we'll let Derek crack on and get some more cables in. Gonna have to try not to walk into these as we're coming under the mezzanine now, but I'm sure we'll be okay.
Right, back up here.
Back up here.
Changed a little bit.
Yes.
The reason for this is, having just come back from the second Gumball 3000 of 2022, I kind of want to shuffle around because the height of this banner leaves this weird gap at the bottom. So I want to swap these around and have the Gumball banners here again and just do it a little bit different. Minor things. It's all about how it feels in the garage. I still need to work out where they're all going.
Yeah, I'm still curious because you seem to forget we only have so much wall space and you keep buying them.
For now, this is all going to be indoors eventually. This whole area, that's kind of crazy to think about. So what's the trick here? We have these all held up with cable ties.
We do, and here is one I prepared earlier for you.
Oh, magic. Do we have the cable ties?
I don't think we do, no.
Here's one we need to prepare now then.
Yeah, no, they're not here.
Who did it so tightly? You can't get a pair of scissors in there.
Oh, you can.
Go on then. To be fair, that did work.
There you go, I'll go and get the rest of the zip ties and I'll let you...
I'll give him that one, annoyingly. You got that one right.
Cut it, Tim. We'll pretend you weren't there for about 5 hours.
5 hours?
5 hours later.
What's held on down here? Oh, they're attached to each other. See, I wasn't here when you guys did this, so I have no idea what you've done.
It was Tom.
Okay, when you guys... Sash.
Oh. Oh no, that's not good.
That's really not good. Imagine if the barrels went flying. Is he still waving behind me?
Yeah.
He is. So, we've got a plan. Dublin to Bucharest, 2016. Miami to Ibiza, 2014. Which one's that? Toronto to Miami.
That one, yeah.
The latest one.
It's not the latest one.
That's not technically the latest one. They didn't have any on the Middle East one, if anybody's wondering. They didn't use these.
That's why you haven't got one from there?
Yes,
Okay.
I couldn't ask for any because there wasn't anything to ask for.
Okay.
But this is going to start from this end. This is all going to go so wrong.
Of course. But there has actually been some thought behind the way we're doing this, right? We've sat and worked it out and...
Can you help please, Brad?
Can I let go of this?
You can pull it over.
Right, where do you want me? This end.
Ooh la la.
What?
Things are taking a turn here, guys. Right, let's get this one over the banister, the railing. And Tim is going to slot the first one through now and get that zip tied up.
Oh, is it?
I was trying to think of the terminology there.
Zip tied.
Zip tied, that's the one. Descended into chaos. So Brad has just come up with a fairly clever solution that if we actually put a zip tie around the end, apparently Tim isn't smart enough to work this one out.
Yeah. Look, you just put it around the end and it holds it in position.
There we go.
Double zip tie.
Now
There we go. Do we still have the double zip tie? What, you mean the one Brad just used to secure this to the end that I made?
Can't see.
Look, when you pull it, Tim. Oh, it doesn't move anymore.
I'm congratulating myself for employing somebody who is so much of a genius. I did good.
This banner here is actually really appropriate for the game.
Hi Siri.
Hi Siri. As well as being obviously Gumball related, Tim, before you do quickly do that, if we flip it over, you might be able to see, look, there's a Mazda logo. So it's really appropriate, given that Brad is obviously parked over there in the lift.
Is that what's under the grey cover? The Mazda?
No,
Not quite.
No?
no. It's
Some people thought it was a Mazda. Some people thought it was a Praga Behemoth.
Did they really?
That thing's huge.
I
I mean, it's very low, but...
I saw a lot of guesses for Alpine A110, which is
Yeah.
a very good guess, but not correct.
Earlier it was Brad, now it's Tom. I've just got no idea what's going on here. How does this look?
I don't know yet. Let's have the big reveal.
This is the vibe I wanted from this, to feel like you're at a grandstand, a big car event. You know, to feel like you've got that, basically, the banners. And obviously for me, having driven those rallies, it's doubly cool with that linking up to this. But
Oh yeah.
we actually need to come and show this. I think we've spoken about it a
Do
little
we
bit too
get to
much.
this bit now?
We should get to this bit, which means we need to lower this down. That's going to be step one. I'm going to go the safe way, kind of around the outside.
You've still gone underneath it, but yeah.
I have. Okay, so
Ready for the beeping?
ready? Up we go.
Up first, yeah.
Are we going to set an alarm off?
No?
Then we're all good. Up first. Down we go.
Bring the mystery car down.
So it's clearly a very small car.
Yes.
A very, very, very small car. Is it the oldest car in this room?
Tom, is it the oldest car in this room? We think the XJ might be older.
I think the XJ220 is probably older.
Second oldest car.
There's a clue. They are about the same. This is about as old as the Jaguar XJ220. Are we good with the go-kart?
Yeah,
Yes.
I was just checking that. Look at that, perfect. So is this where we pull the cover back?
Should we give a teaser? See if anybody can guess it. You
Yeah.
need to comment at what point you've worked out what car this is. There are so many things I want to kind of give clues about, but don't want to give clues about.
Yeah.
The number plate on this car is probably the most special number plate of any car in this room. Beating Final, which is a bit of a clue.
Probably the most special number plate of any car in the UK, or one of
It's
the
up
most.
there. It's one of the most special number plates in the entirety of this country in terms of what it means, what it looks like. I don't know how to do this. I'm like,
What, should we tease it?
suspense.
Should we show the number plate? But then, and at this point, don't pause the video and go and search up on the DVLA what it is, because we're going to show you.
First, little clue.
There's
also.
a big clue underneath it.
So,
Or maybe it was just printed at Lotus Cars, the plate.
Tom's choice of a Lotus jacket today might also have been connected to this. First and final.
This is a year older, just saying.
This is a year older.
Yeah.
There we go. All right, let's get the cover off. We're ready to do this. You know so far, it's a Lotus, it's from the 90s, it's tiny, it's very special. The first actually is because this was the first car of the owner of Final. This was his first car, but it's super rare. Let's do it. Let's pull the cover back. Welcome to the Elise Sport 190. This is one of only 31 of these that Lotus actually made, and one of only a handful, if not the only one, which if you come in close, have a look at this, has a full carbon body. 670 kilos, 190 horsepower, Elise S1, the ultimate S1, the purest of them all really, of any derivative of the Elise, kind of where it began back in the 90s. It's even signed on the dashboard, but we'll show you that when we've pulled it forwards. It's super low, which makes it one of the hardest cars actually, or one of the cars that you have to be the most delicate with to pull out. But yeah, first and final, we've got the key. I guess we're going to be pulling it forwards. Let's get it off. This being tiny, and I suppose me being the smallest of us here, I've got the honours of pulling it off.
I've been in here before.
Yeah?
It's not easy, but that is a big, big help.
That helps. Steering wheel off. I'm going to pop that to the passenger side for the moment. I mean, this is a car that you have to appreciate how special it is for the owner. It was his first car. He actually sold it, bought it back a few years later, having tracked it down. I know that feeling. I've done it with my Vantage, and then has had it completely restored at Lotus since, but isn't afraid of driving it. And we've become, I guess, a bit of a storage for some friends at the moment with some cars. We kind of have been the whole time, but let me...
I hope you've done your stretches.
Oh gosh, this is really tiny. What's the easiest way to do this?
I can't remember how I've done it, but I think like you just have to go. And once you're in, you're in.
Commit. That is tiny.
You all good now?
That's about. Really snug. Really, really snug. So this goes back on like that. Any fancy trick with starting this? Because I've not done it before.
There is. So you'll see there is an unlock button on the little fob.
Yeah.
As you turn the key, you have to be pressing and holding that as well.
Oh, that makes it easy.
So I'm going to come around the back, I guess, and hear this thing fire back into life.
Hold on. I have to be holding it as I turn the key?
Yes.
Oh, gosh. Well, this isn't easy.
There she is.
All right.
Old school. Really old school. Look at that. I mean, you literally couldn't get a finger underneath it. You could not get a finger underneath that number plate. Tom's just helping, assisting. What a cool looking car. And so cool to have first and final together in here. What a cool little combination, those two. Very, very fun. And now we get to watch Tim struggle.
I've got a question. How do I get out?
Give us your hand, we'll pull you out. No, it doesn't move.
The seats don't move.
No.
I'm going to turn it off for the moment.
I would recommend steering wheel off, and then in a fairly similar way to getting in. You just have to kind of throw yourself out.
Shouldn't it just be something from Wolf of Wall Street and just go face first?
Let's do that.
I'm intentionally doing it stupidly. It wasn't too bad.
Great success!
Now, to talk about the design a little bit, because it's quite interesting, the polka dot livery is actually in tribute to the original Sport 190, the way it was presented, although that was a right-hand drive car, so the dots were the opposite way round, given that this is a left-hand drive car, done the opposite way. But basically, these weren't road cars originally. This was track only, but because of the UK's IVA process, it can be registered. It was registered back at the time, and it's just a cool thing. It's in this really, really dark tint carbon. You'd think this was a black car, wouldn't you? If you just saw it.
The camera struggles to pick, like from right here you can barely tell, but when you do get in and catch in the right light, you can just pick up on the weave.
It's crazy to think this is a little Elise with a full carbon body from the 90s. Like this must have been, I don't know, but this must have been a ludicrously expensive car at the time.
Oh, it must have been.
Like the concept of it. Obviously you can take off the fabric roof contraption thing, that can be removed. And then back here, a tiny little mid-engine configuration, pushing out 190 ponies. I love the plate. Literally first and final. How cool is that?
The coolest combo, isn't it?
Like the owner of these cars is a legend. Collector, drives all of his cars, drives them properly, enjoys them. As you know, that thing's done 11,500 miles and is only 6 months old, not even 6 months old.
And very kindly lends them to us here and lets us look after them and use them as well.
Yeah, so now you kind of understand a bit why it was so important to him to have the final Cup 250, the final version of the final edition of the final the final car of the final edition of the final Lotus Elise, it all adds up. And to have these matching plates, like if you have any understanding of UK plates, that's like
I think at some point we're going to have to get these two out together.
Go and do some drives and
some photos.
Get
some photos, yeah.
But yeah, that's not even all. He's got so much memorabilia and things that connects to these cars. And that adds up to it even more. In fact, we've got some of the brochures and things here as well for it. So now you've seen it. We've revealed the car that's been lurking undercover. Bit of a secret up to this point. But I'd love to get it out for a drive, just not today because it's now wet and greasy and dark and yeah, no thanks.
Another day.
I know how special this is. I know how much this means. And yeah, I don't know. It's cool to have it here at the Shmuseum. Also, I want to show you what's inside this, which arrived while I was away. This is from Wall Art Envy. I haven't unpacked it yet, so I'm probably about to have an awkward unpacking moment.
I've got no idea what this is, so it's going to be very interesting.
Carefully do this. Try and show you what we've got here.
Oh.
One of the missing Shmuseum. But it's actually like the frame, but it's in protection. So let me try and open this up so I can show you. Oh, this is gonna, okay, get ready for a lot of unwrapping. Do-do-do, do-do-do-do. The moment of truth.
Do not break it.
No, there's gotta be very careful with this. Done. Check that out.
Okay, that's cool.
That's mega. Zenvo TSRS from Wall Art Envy. See mounting brackets, and in here we've got the mounting pieces. That'll look really cool in the lounge or in the office or something. We need to put this back on the lift, right?
Yes. Reverse.
I don't know how. Easiest way in?
How did you get out? You came out head first. So
I'm just going to go in head first. No, I'm going in head first. Let's see if I can do this.
I'm not sure that's the best way to do it. If you own one of these or a car this small, please tell us the best way to get in and out. We need to know.
So, start it with no steering wheel.
Yeah. Drive it with no...
No, I'm not going to drive it with no steering wheel. Oh! Am I pressing the wrong button? This isn't easy. Or can you just not start it with no steering wheel on?
You can definitely start it with no steering wheel on.
You've done that.
So if you want an unstealable car, buy yourself a Lotus Elise. Even someone that knows what he's doing can't start it.
He doesn't know what he's doing.
No.
Well, he's been told.
We're about to make a whole video explaining how you do it, though. We've kind of...
Tim, what are you doing?
That looks like it's going to go, surely.
Nope, I'm holding the button.
Huh. Tim, do you just want to explain what's going on now?
We can't start it.
We can't?
We can't.
So Brad is currently...
Well,
yes, we can't start it.
I had a critical part in that. My feet were on the pedals.
Anyway, time for this one to go back onto the lift.
Testing Tim's clutch control here. Pretty good.
In fairness, he is very good with that stuff.
Yeah.
He is. How good does that... Run round the back and get a proper bit of noise. That sounds amazing.
He's doing the window.
I want to go and drive this.
Let's go.
Let's get some more noise from the back, because that sounds brilliant.
Wow. It sounds amazing and smells amazing. It smells of like old school fuel. I love it.
So that's all we can do. It actually says do not rev more than 3,000 RPM when it's cold. That's 3,000 RPM.
That's 3,000.
I want to hear what this is like when you go like...
Yeah, we're going to have to get this warm and take it out for a run at some point.
Full on.
That sounds insane.
Oh, it's mega. We've got a lot done today, but there's still a lot we didn't.
Yeah, we've had cars arrive back. We've had cars that we've now revealed, the Elise. We've put banners up and various other bits.
Vincero Collective Watches, of course. This has all happened. We don't need to have the cover on anymore. So the only car that's covered here is yours.
Yeah, because it's the only car in here that I want to keep.
Garage Queen over the winter, hey?
Yeah. Yeah, basically, yeah. It's living up there and staying, it won't get dusty, it won't get dirty, it's just, yeah, it's good.
I love that the only full exposed carbon body car in the collection is not the Senna or the Ford GT or something mad, it's the Elise.
Yeah, the smallest car in here now?
Literally, because they grew a little bit. I mean, latest generation Elise is still a very small car, but it is a touch bigger for sure than the original. But yeah, lifts are up in place. Everything looks the part, as it should be. We've received quite a few other things and stuff I'd like to show you guys as well. So we're gonna have to have another vlog very soon with all of that. Plus, we might have a very special visitor around the corner. But I think one of the fun things here with, I don't know how to call them visiting cars, basically, like the Elise, yours, the TVR, the Jag, the other Elise, and technically the MSRT Fiesta, WRC, technically. And there's another car that's going to be with us very soon as well. It's kind of fun, isn't it?
It's fun because it's like, it just enhances your collection.
Fills up the space. More color, more cool, more awesome. I love it. Anyway, that is it for now. Do check out the Vincero Collective watches if you're interested in finding out more. Don't forget, 20% off with the Shmee150 code, plus also free shipping worldwide. That's really awesome. Big thanks to them for supporting and sponsoring today's video, and appreciate you guys supporting them as well. But yeah, that's it for now. Until next time.